Hi everyone, we're back today to have a look at Yammer, which is the corporate social network platform that Microsoft have. It's their version of Facebook, and the idea behind Yammer is that you communicate about things wider than just your day-to-day work, which would normally go into Teams as far as they're concerned. So what we're going to do quickly is have a look at Yammer inside of the mobile and on the web page, and to show you what it does as far as communication does in email. So let's go and have a look and see what you can do inside of there. Here I've got my cell phone on, and on the cell phone I have the Yammer interface. I assume that you've downloaded the Yammer and logged in with your corporate details. What you'll see here on my Yammer is you'll see the feed screen is what comes up first, and on the feed screen you've got a normal feed of information based on what you belong to as far as the communities inside of it go. The menu's at the bottom, and you'll see that you have feed, which is the latest information. That's a bit like a Twitter feed from all the communities and the people that are sending you information. Communities are the groups, and here you'll see a few of the groups that we've created. There is a default all company group that goes to everybody in the company, and then you can create whatever groups you want. The top one's a good example. Here I've just created a group for the CAD users so they can sit and chat about what CAD packages they use, and how to get certain things done in CAD and so on. You have an inbox, which is the messages that are sent back and forth, and they're unread to begin with, and once you read them they pop across into the read section, and you can still see them under the all, but this is just a nice filter so you can see what you haven't read. And then notifications and messages that are sent out specifically to yourselves. So let's go back to the beginning again and go to the feed. And here, when you look at this from a point of view of you sending messages, there's the little icon, which I'll show you over here with a mouse. This little icon over here is to create a new message. And when you create a new message, you're then sending it either directly to a person or to a group of people. So when you go and you add at the top, you can either pick a group, or if I scroll further, you'll see that I can pick a person, and I can send a message either to a group of people or directly to a person. I won't send one just yet. Under communities, you'll see all the communities are listed there, and if you scroll up slightly, you'll see there is a create a community option over there. So say you wanted to create a new community, you would then name this community. So let's go and name this community. So we'll make a 3D printing community to discuss 3D printing. You can put a picture behind it if you want to. You can set some settings, and you say it's a public group, the membership is internal only, and from there you can obviously click on the create a community in the top right hand side, and now we can add members to it. So inside of here I can go and add Paul, and I can say great, that's that done, and I'll click on the little tick at the top corner here to do this. So there we go, we've got the basic process of creating a new community. I exited before we did that, or before we finalized it, and then from there sending messages to and from will end up in the inbox, etc. To have a brief look at this on the web page, what we'll do is we'll go to here. This is what Yammer looks like when you log in from a web page point of view. Pretty much the same functionality, and here you'll see the box where you'll put a new post in, and then you can add people or groups into this section over here and send that out. You'll see the communities are listed down the side here, and I've got a little plus button if I want to create a new group over here. So again, I can do the same thing over here. I can say it's either internal or external. Obviously, collaborating with external people is a slightly different idea, and it's not something that we encourage inside of Yammer. It is necessary in some cases, but we try and keep that to a minimum. Then here I can do the same thing. I can say 3D printing, and I can add group members, and so you can go. You'll see it already says this name is not allowed because there's already a group that's created as such, and that's because I created the group on the phone. I just didn't add any members into it. And you've got public access and private access. Private is for groups where you don't want people just to join randomly. You want to approve everybody that joins that group. So if you created a group like our Czech group, you wanted to make sure that they're actually Czech people that join that, not just anybody. And that's what your private access groups are for. Inside of here, you will see some suggestions and other things that the platform does for you. We do have a usage policy around there which you can read. And you can invite your team members to join the groups that you're part of. So if you know somebody that likes something like 3D printing, you've joined the group and you want to allow them to, or you want to notify them to join the group, then you can use this function over there to do that with. So that's the phone-based interface, that's the web-based interface. The last thing to show you is that when we do send out mail on it, you'll get mail on your inbox over here, and these are the kind of emails that you'll see from there. And then when you can either click through to view the rest of the conversation, you can see the other messages inside of it that you haven't read, and clicking on any of these links will take you to the web-based version of Yammer. Unless you're on the phone and you're reading your email on the phone, then that'll take you through to the cell phone-based version of that. Nice little cell phone interface, and what it also does is on the icon itself, it'll show you if there are messages waiting for you by putting a little dot on the icon that shows you if you've got messages. You'll see all of these little icons here have this little dot now when there are outstanding messages for you, and Yammer is exactly the same. You'll see that if there's messages for you on Yammer, it'll be sitting on the interface. This is what the Yammer icon looks like with a little Y. You'll see a little dot in the top corner if you've got messages. And that's it. That's basically Yammer for you. Remember, it's your company's social. It's kind of all the non-work stuff that we do, or anything else that anybody's interested in, or just wider interests inside of the company. But during this time when we want to communicate more using social media and so on, this is a nice way to get into it, and it's limited just to the employees of the company. So it's not like an open Facebook or something like that where you're at a larger risk and you can have some stuff going on there. It doesn't mean that this has no rules or regulations, or you shouldn't follow good social media practices. Don't annoy your fellow colleagues, but enjoy it.